Hey everyone, good morning and welcome back to Stags Be Fixin'. A couple things today. We have our painting all completed on our table. It's got the colors sprayed out. We got multiple coats on each, so we are ready. The biggest thing now is making sure we don't scratch this finish, right? And we're gonna go ahead and start designing the top of the table. We're gonna make an oval racetrack. Then we're going to go ahead and add in, so I'm still not even 100% sure how I'm going to decorate this, but we're going to do like a little river, kind of like how I did my daughter's table, little river, and I don't know, maybe some animals, whatever. Oh, and also, I just want to say thank you guys for the 300, well now I have over 300 subscribers, so I just wanted to really take a moment and say thank you very much. I appreciate that. I appreciate enough people are wanting to watch me do this kind of stuff, learn about how to fix your homes up, repair things. Hope you guys like the colors. I had that gray on here, but I went ahead and changed that out. I didn't like the way that gray looked with this. And I thought these looked cool. You know, it's kind of an old school color scheme. All right, so first thing, before we start drawing on here, we're going to be painting on top of this. This is like a lacquer based, you know, I use spray paint for this stuff. So it's like a matte finish, but it's a little glossy for matte. So we need to go around and we need to sand off this gloss. I want to dull it a little bit. We don't need to sand it all the way off. And I wanted to show you, so if you're doing this for like a customer, before we start sanding right along this line here, I mean, we're not going to get right up to it. We're going to get real close. You're going to want to tape this off because you don't want to risk getting any scratches. We're not going to be painting here. This is all done. This is all finished. So we don't want to be rubbing next to here and then accidentally hit that and boom, we scraped it and then we got to repaint this whole thing, right? So we're trying to avoid that. So I would recommend, if you haven't been doing this kind of stuff for a long time, taping all this off just so you don't, like if I was doing this on near somebody's floor in their house, like a hardwood floor, you got to tape that off just to make sure we don't scratch that by accident. So I don't have to worry about it as much, and I'm confident in my skills that I won't scratch this. Maybe I will because I'm distracted talking to you guys. I don't know, but a couple ways you can do it. You can start it here. You know, I put my thumb on this end to protect this edge. Finger here, and you kind of use your finger as a guide. So you put your finger, you know, on that crack. And we're not pushing hard. We're not grinding on this thing. We're just scuffing it down a little bit. So that's one way you could do it. You could also go from front angle. You can have a finger on each side, and you put those up. Make sure your fingernails are cut always. You don't be scratching into this thing. Use both. That's how I'm going to go about sanding this down real quick, and that's all you need to do. So I just want to show you that little sanding tip on it. So just kind of right. So there you go. All right, we're going to go ahead and dull this down. So one line and another line. It's basically how you make an oval. All right, so we're at about 11 1/4, and so we're just going to cut that in half and make our mark in the middle. So what is that, 11 1/4? So that'd be 5 5/8, right? 5 5/8. Oh, we need a couple marks, and then we're going to draw a line. I guess I do need to be a little perfect. We're going to draw a line. There we go. Draw a line connecting these two guys. All right, let's see how good I was at eyeballing this mark. And just a hair off. Barely. Wouldn't even see that. All right, so see there. Let's make the end of our racetrack about here. I think that'll be good. You just make it anywhere. I don't have any specific measurement. I just want to make it big enough. 5 5/8. All right. Now Need a level or some kind of a straight edge to connect those. Righty, so now, let's see. Connect our dots. There we go. All right, now we need the distance. I think it's the first time I've ever laid out an oval before, just to let you guys know. All right, so we're gonna be 18. I'm gonna make a 9. A big 9 mark right there. I gotta measure another point that way. So let's measure, so we're just gonna measure up to these points, I guess. I'm gonna split this will be the top of the track. This will be the bottom of the track. And let's measure out, perfect. Let's make it 1 inch away. There we go. I didn't think about laying this stuff up that well. Let's make it 1 inch away from the wall and up. So we say, okay, 10 inches, 10 inches, 10 inches. Okay, there's multiple ways to do this. I'm finding out, laying this out, that I could have measured one way, measured a different way, and came to the same conclusion. Just like any math, right? You can usually come to the same conclusion doing it multiple ways. All right, so now we're gonna get, you can put a nail or a string, wrap it around, and then we trace it with a pencil. So when we get back, I'll show you guys that process. Now you can use like finishing nails or nail or whatever. I'm just gonna use some trim screws. Make a point, and I had an odd time finding just a piece of string, but I had a new string line I haven't opened up yet that had no chalk in it. I guess I could have made it, you know, with chalk as well, but whatever. So you tie a point around all 3. Now usually when you do a string line, you can just tie it like this, and then you flip that over, and that kind of holds it tight, but that's not going to work here because we got to take this out before we do the oval. Take this guy out, I guess. This is the first time I've ever done this, so don't beat me up too bad if I do it like an idiot. And then I guess you just keep this tight, keep this like taut. I think the biggest trick to this would be like how much do you push on the string as you're going. So I don't want to push too hard, but you can't push like soft. You got to kind of keep it taut, you know. That's a tough one. This is one of those things where you got to do it a few times to really get the trick of it. And I don't think it's a perfect, oh, I don't know. I don't think it's a perfect oval. We'll clean it up. It doesn't look the greatest. My pencil is like all over the place. I should have tied the string maybe a little bit tighter now that I'm thinking about it. This is one of those things, like I said, you're gonna have to do it a few times to really get it nice and perfect. All right guys, hope you enjoyed the video about making our oval, and we're decorating the top of our table. I know it's not the greatest oval, but hopefully it gets you pointing in the right direction. I hope you're liking the table build, and once again, I just want to say thank you very much for 300 guys. Let's get to 500. I think I'm gonna do a giveaway. We're gonna do like a brush, maybe a roller. Give me some ideas of what you think would be a good giveaway. So we'll do a nice giveaway at 500, and let's continue to grow together. Thanks so much guys. We'll see you soon.